So let's talk about keto. Why? Now, I'm a big fan of keto for women in perimenopause. We talked about this on your pod. I love the way that you explain this. So why do you think keto is a good strategy for women who are still cycling, so still are in their reproductive years? And then let's talk about considerations for menopausal women as well.
Yeah, I think, I just want to say one thing to the first point is that if you are in your 40s and you are really trying to understand your brain and how it's working and why it's edgy and why you're not thinking the same way you thought in your younger years, that's when you go looking at your hormones. Like that, you stop pointing outside of yourself and just go and look at how you can work your hormones. I really feel like that's the gift we need to give perimenopausal women. Yeah. So the second part about it, and this ties into keto, is that what happens to a lot of women when they go into their 40s is, estrogen is doing this. It's going up and down. Some days you get a lot of it. Some days you don't get very much of it. And that up and down eventually leads to a complete decline of estrogen, which makes you more insulin resistant. So keto, and at that point, you start putting on more weight. And you think it's menopause, you think it's genetics, that contributes to your anxiety, irritability, and frustration. But all it is that you became more insulin resistant. And this insulin resistance can be dramatically helped with keto. Now, the style of keto that I recommend is what I call ketobiotic, where you're still making sure you're minding your microbiome and your greens. And we can talk about why that's so important. But once you take the breads, the pastas, the cookies, the crackers, like take them out. And when I say take them out 80% of the time. I'm not saying you have to be like, a zealot for keto. I'm just saying those foods that used to be okay for you at 35 are not serving you at 45. So let's start to bring those foods down, and then let's lean into nature's foods. Let's lean in. If you eat meat, which I encourage you to do, eat your meat and then eat like a salad and put some sauerkraut in your salad and put some seeds on your salad and really dive into, you can still have fruits, but have the lower sugared fruits, blueberries and the green apples, and really start to nourish yourself while you're keeping insulin sensitive. If you do that, you're going to notice your weight will be where you want it to be. You're also going to notice your brain is going to think really well. I mean, you're going to have great mental clarity. You're also going to notice you don't crash at 3 p.m. Now that will work from about day 1 till about day 19, 20 of your cycle. That in general is how our body wants us to, our hormones want us to feed it. It's when we start to make progesterone that we need to make changes. But keto is really helpful as estrogen goes on its wild ride. And that to me has been the greatest diet for helping women keep her sanity and keep her weight where she wants it at the same time.